So, Andy Burnham, okay, there's a lot to unpack there. And his speech yesterday, um, not all of it bad, I must say, not all of it bad, but you have to take whatever has been said with a fairly large dose of salt, given the direction of the Labour Party in the past few decades. But it was at I think it's People's History Museum in Manchester. The choice of venue, not too subtle. This is a place where the history of radicalism in Britain is told, from the Levellers and the Diggers through to the Chartists and the Peterloo Massacre and the Tolpuddle Martyrs and the Suffragettes and the Labour movement and the welfare state and all these kind of progressive things. Andy Burnham, it was essentially saying to the press and the population, look, I will be the continuation of this radicalism. Well, he might intend to be that, but it is like trying to injecting that into the Labour Party is trying to plant crops into particularly barren soil. This is a Labour Party that, up until recently, the Labour right that have been running the show, their stated endeavour was to eradicate the left from the party completely, and really to marginalise the left in the country completely. You have people in the Labour Party who would, in certain generations of the Tories, been seen as quite extreme. Um, so this is the first great concern, is that Burnham, and I'll get onto a bit about what he talked about. Burnham might find that even if he is well intended and wants to do progressive things, it's just not going to be possible because of the party that he's actually in. Now, he might be a kind of a political operator par excellence. He might be able to outmaneuver the Labour right. I do hope so, because they not only create the conditions for a Farage government. I mean, Reform are losing in the polls now, but I think they wouldn't mind it either. You know, they are the kinds of political figures who I think could adapt quite nicely to a Farage Britain. Anyway, I mean, the polling recently has put the Labour Party down to double figures, and unless if Burnham fails, single figures, a handful of Labour MPs at the next election, possibly. Anyway, so to the substance of what he was talking about. So he has two main planks of policy. The first is devolution within England, and the second is the expansion of state control of housing and utilities. The extent to which that means nationalisation, well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. He hasn't actually said that word. He had talked about public control, not necessarily public ownership. Here the devil is in this detail. If he talks about public control, he means regulation of water companies, punishing them, fining them, even perhaps chucking a few executives in jail if the water still keep being polluted. But will still be able to bilk the state and bilk the water user. However, public ownership means an immense amount more. It means that the revenues that pour into the water companies, about 20% of which go purely into profit and the servicing of debt, can be returned to paying for pipes, for treatment plants, for all the other stuff a water network needs, and to reduce bills. So ownership, I mean, any capitalist will tell you this. that wealth is the product of ownership. Great, cool. Well, let the state, on behalf of the population, be the owner. And that's the thing that the vested interests of private capital, private equity, are going to want to resist to the end. They might find that for now they can't make much money out of water, but owning an asset like that is invaluable. Burnham has talked about, and everyone talks about this, but I hope he actually intends to do it, has talked about a house building revolution. He has said the right things about this. He has said that rentierism is an extremely expensive way of providing for anybody. Selling off your housing stock, it being bought by private landlords who then lease it back to the state, is insane. This is what we've done through PFI with things like hospitals and car parks and other bits of key infrastructure. And it's insane. It's so insane that you sometimes wonder whether chancellors could possibly be that stupid, or perhaps, they have sweetheart deals here, there, for directorships afterwards, after office, that mean that allowing the public purse to be bilked like that, kind of works out for all concerned in the end. Wouldn't like to speculate. Anyway, Burnham looking to remove rentierism from the economy in even small ways is going to have long-term benefits. How much of all of this he gets to do is a completely different matter. And if he's thinking about the immediate short-term benefits of dealing with the cost of living, I'm not even going to call it a cost of living crisis, because that implies it's a kind of a short anomalous period of higher prices. No, just the ongoing permanent high cost of living that we experience in Britain relative to our wages and income. If he's going to do something about that, I can see the Labour poll situation reversing considerably, especially as Farage is currently, when Farage has even got people like Piers Morgan saying he's yesterday's man, he's done for. The issue around the £5 million gift from the generous and friendly and not wanting anything in return for it at all, Christopher Harborne, lovely guy, and Rupert Lowe, the ever more fascistic reform reject, funded by Elon Musk, is siphoning away the more insane vote that Farage relies on. These headwinds, plus a kind of a resurgent Labour Party under Burnham, could do for Reform's chances of forming a government. Still very dangerous, but let's see how that one plays out. The one thing that will be no change on, I'm absolutely convinced, is foreign policy. Britain's kind of obsequious kowtowing to American international whims, Britain's arms sales to Israel. The Labour Friends of Israel lobby will continue to be powerful and influential, and there will be no prospect of Britain changing its stance regarding Gaza, and it remains to be seen what Trump does next with Iran. I can't imagine, on the other hand, Burnham becoming involved in any military adventurism either. I don't anticipate that. But people can stun you, surprise you, disappoint you, shock you, and appall you in equal measure. So maybe we won't roll that one out either. So there you go. The thoughts on Burnham, and let me know what you think. Take care. Bye-bye.